Hi everyone, it's me, Aunt Sarabelle, and I have a special story time for you today. Today I have my hedgehog Hamilton. Now he's kind of a little grumpy when he wakes up, but he looks like he's excited to read today. Are you ready to read a story, Hams? We're going to read Gregory the Terrible Eater by Mitchell Sharmat, and the pictures are by José, Aruego, and Ariena Dewey. Oh, you'd rather do some work? Sometimes that happens, where he'd rather do some work. Here, how about this? Do you want to... Oh, no. How about there? He never really knows where he wants to go because he can't see very well. And that's okay. Now he wants a snack, so grab something or someone to enjoy a story with, like I have. Maybe a snack. Find a comfortable position to be in, whether that's sitting or laying on your belly, because we're going to enjoy Gregory the Terrible Eater. And like I said, it was illustrated by José Aruego and Ariena Dewey. This story is one that I used to read when I was a little kid. Once there was a goat named Gregory. Gregory liked to jump from rock to rock, kick his legs into the air, and butt his head against the wall. "I'm an average goat," said Gregory. But Gregory was not an average goat. Gregory was a terrible eater. Every time he sat down to eat with his mother and father, he knew he was in for trouble. Are you in? Get me situated. "Would you like a tin can, Gregory?" asked Mother Goat. "No, thanks," said Gregory. "How about a nice box, a piece of rug, and a bottle cap?" asked Father Goat. "Bah," said Gregory unhappily. Does that sound good to you, Hams? Here's a piece of food for you to eat. "Well, I think this is a meal fit for a goat," said Mother Goat. And she chewed on an old shoe. "It certainly is," said Father Goat, as he ate a shirt, buttons and all. "I don't know why you're such a fussy eater, Gregory." "I'm not fussy," said Gregory. "I just want fruits and vegetables, eggs, fish, bread, and butter. Good stuff like that." Mother Goat stopped eating the shoe. "Now what kind of food is that, Gregory?" she said. "That's what I like," said Gregory. "It's revolting." "That means like super disgusting," said Father Goat. And he wiped his mouth with a napkin. Even goats have manners. What about you, Hamilton? Do you wipe your mouth with a napkin? No, he doesn't. He's still learning. After Gregory was excused from the table, Father Goat said, "Gregory is such a terrible eater. I wonder what's wrong with him," said Mother Goat. Mother and Father Goat ate their evening newspaper in silence. Look at what he's dreaming of. What is that? Butter, fish, carrots, and some fruit. And maybe, is that an avocado? I can't really tell. The next morning, Mother and Father Goat were enjoying a pair of pants and a coat for breakfast. Gregory came to the table. "Good morning, Gregory," said Father and Mother Goat. "Good morning," said Gregory. "May I have some orange juice, cereal, and bananas for breakfast, please?" Now that sounds like a delicious breakfast. "Oh no," Mother Goat said. Do you have some of this nice coat?" "Take a bite out of these pants," said Father Goat. "Bah," said Gregory. And he left the table. Father Goat threw down his napkin. "That does it," he said. "Gregory just isn't eating right. We must take him to the doctor." That's what good grown-ups would do. If a kid or an animal that they're taking care of isn't feeling well or doing what is typical, they would take them to the doctor. Father and Mother Goat took Gregory to the doctor. Dr. Aim was munching on a few pieces of cardboard. "What seems to be the trouble?" he asked. "Gregory is a terrible eater," said Mother Goat. "We've offered him the best: shoes, boxes, magazines, tin cans, coats, and pants. But all he really wants are fruits, vegetables, eggs, fish, orange juice, and other horrible things." "What do you have to say about this, Gregory?" asked Dr. Ram. I want what I like, said Gregory. Makes sense, said Dr. Ram. He turned to Mother and Father Goat. I've treated picky eaters before, he said. They have to develop a taste for good food slowly. Try giving Gregory one new food item each day until he eats everything. That night, for dinner, Mother Goat gave Gregory spaghetti and a shoelace and tomato sauce. Not too bad, said Gregory. The next day she gave him string beans and a rubber heel cut into small pieces. The meal was good and rubbery, said Gregory. The day after that, Mother Goat said, we have your favorite today, vegetable soup, but there's one condition, you have to eat the can. Okay, said Gregory. What for dessert? Ice cream, said Father Goat, but you have to eat the box too. Yummy, said Gregory. I'm proud of you, said Father Goat. You're beginning to eat like a goat. I'm beginning to like everything, said Gregory. One evening, Father Goat asked, has anyone seen my striped necktie? Not since breakfast, said Mother Goat. Come to think of it, I haven't seen my sewing basket today. I left it in the living room after supper last night. Father Goat turned to Gregory. Gregory, have you been eating between meals? Yes, said Gregory. I can't help it. No, I like everything. Well, said Mother Goat, it's all right to eat like a goat, but you shouldn't eat like a pig. Oh, said Gregory. After Gregory went to bed, Mother Goat said, I'm afraid Gregory will eat my clothes hampers. Yes, and then my toolkit will be next, said Father Goat. He's eating too much. We'll have to do something about it. Wait a minute. Before he wasn't eating like a goat, and now they're saying he's eating too much like a goat. He's eating like a pig. They can't even make up their mind. The next evening, just before supper, Mother and Father Goat went to the town dump. It's like another, a dump is where all the garbage is collected. So it's like another word for a garbage dump or garbage site. They brought home 8 flat tires, a 3-foot piece of barber pole, a broken violin, half a car, and they piled it in front of Gregory's sandbox. When Gregory came home for supper, he said, what's all this stuff in the yard? Your supper, Father Goat said. It all looks good, said Gregory. Gregory ate the tires and violin first. He slowly ate the barber pole, but when he started on the car, he said, I've got a stomach ache. I've got to lie down. Gregory went to his room. I think Gregory ate too much junk, said Father Goat. Let's hope so, said Mother Goat. All night, Gregory tossed and twisted and moaned and groaned. I love how José and Ariene drew these like little stars by his belly to show that he was having some tummy troubles. The next morning, he went down for breakfast. What would you like for breakfast today, Gregory? Asked Father Goat. Scrambled eggs and 2 pieces of wax paper and a glass of orange juice, said Gregory. That sounds just about right, said Mother Goat. So she made scrambled eggs, squeezed some oranges, put 2 pieces of wax paper, and gave him breakfast. And it was. The end of Gregory and the Terrible Eater. Hamilton, what do you think? Did you like the story? Sleep if you did. Yep, he sure did. We hope you enjoyed this story as much as we did. Until next time, goodbye.